manager and employee sit down to discuss and evaluate performance for the past year. Some forms are used to record the conversation. Sometimes the process goes smoothly, and sometimes not. More often than not, the appraisal meetings do little to meet the needs of the employee or the manager, and neither considers them helpful, or worse, they dread them. Performance appraisals can be valuable, but not on their own. In fact, the many benefits of managing and appraising performance are lost when managers focus solely on the appraisal process or the endpoint. It's like driving while looking in the rearview mirror. You see what's already passed and beyond your control. If we want to improve performance, we need a forward-looking process so we prevent performance problems. And we need some way of harnessing and coordinating the work of individual employees so we increase the effectiveness of their work unit and the company in general. After all, that's what we really want, for each employee to contribute to the effectiveness of the whole. The secret of success for organizations, managers, and employees is to put more emphasis on making sure every employee and every manager knows what he or she needs to accomplish in the present and future. When an employee understands what he or she needs to do to succeed, it's much easier to contribute. It's also much easier for managers to do their jobs, to improve productivity, and to manage proactively, rather than have to spend time stamping out small fires after the fact. Clear purpose helps everyone succeed, and bottom line, that's what we all want. Enter performance goals. Like the bullseye on an archery target, performance goals specify what the employee needs to aim at. Let's look at how they can help. For the organization. To succeed, organizations need to be able to coordinate the work of individual employees and work units so that everyone is pulling in the same direction. Performance goals provide the foundation to allow this kind of coordination to occur. The process of setting individual performance goals provides the mechanism for translating the goals of the organization as a whole into smaller chunks that are then assigned or delegated to individual employees. That's necessary because organizations achieve their overall goals to the extent that each employee does his or her part in completing the right job tasks in effective ways. For the manager, it's easy to think about performance management and goal setting as overhead. In a world where many managers are exceedingly busy, there's a tendency to think that performance management and goal setting are simply a paper chase that has little to do with the manager's life. That's not true. Yes, the process takes time and effort. What's easy to miss is that goal setting is an investment that pays off through higher productivity. Let's look at how properly set goals help managers. First, most managers want employees to do their jobs with a minimum of direct supervision. Employees who require constant guidance and direction eat up a lot of managerial time. Where do performance goals fit? When an employee knows what he or she needs to accomplish and what is expected, it's a lot easier for that employee to work without constant supervision. Also, by helping employees understand how their individual work contributes to the overall goals of the organization, we enable them to make their own decisions about how to spend their work time so that their work is consistent with the priorities of the organization. The result? The employees know what they must do, how well they must do it, and why they are doing it. That means there's much less need for ongoing supervision. Also, clear performance goals allow managers to empower their staff to make decisions relevant to their work without having to consult the manager on every little question. Second, clear goals allow employees to monitor their own progress all year round and correct their efforts as necessary. If employees know what they need to accomplish, they can look at their results as they go and identify barriers to achieving those goals. Once again, this ability to self-monitor and self-correct means less managerial time is needed to supervise and guide employees. Third, the performance appraisal review becomes much easier, causes far less anxiety, and goes much faster when there are clear performance goals. In fact, the better the performance goals, the clearer they are, and the more measurable they are, the less managers and employees have to venture into the realm of vague opinions about performance during the appraisal process. Combine this with the fact that performance goals allow employees to monitor their efforts and the results.